I'm going to switch you guys or drop your characters real quick into the front yard, and then Ismark will walk you in. And Ismark's the name of the guy. I also want to remind you a couple things in case you forgot. There at the very end, Zeke's character. So that would be Sloan. When you were walking, remember? Oh, I only need two of these. When you were walking to the mansion back from the Mad Mary's house, you noticed the old man following you. Yeah. I just want to make sure I hit that because I know we just kind of briefly went through it. Okay, so I just need to drop in one more character and we're good to go.
Good to go.
Alright, so here's Ismark. Can everybody see... Oh, wait, hold on. I haven't dropped the little map thing, so you don't know what I'm talking about.
Are you recording as well?
Yeah.
Why did I sound like Captain Kirk?
Hold on, it's not...
Are you recording as well?
It's not give me a second. It's not reacting very kindly to my switches here. Give me a second. I know you're seeing like a lot of random stuff because I move stuff around. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go.
It's like a mood.
All right, so I know you can scroll and you could probably see or move your character up and see other buildings, but please don't do that because there is a second floor. There is no third floor because this map is actually a map used later on for something else, but I'm reusing it so that I can use it for this. Because there's really not much going on as far as inside the house, like nothing. It's not like the crazy house y'all were in before. I'm mostly just using it so that we'll have something, physical to look at to kind of explain things. So, anyway, so can y'all see the front door and Ismark and everything?
Yes.
Cool.
It's on the bottom right corner, I think.
Yeah, bottom right. Map. That's right. Okay, so Ismark is going to walk in and welcome you guys in. He does pull out a key as he walks up to the door, and he unlocks the door, opens up the door, and it's like, and then he just, as soon as he steps inside, he steps out of y'all's way and says, "Welcome to my home," when you first look in, you can tell that that the place has been, let's just say, it hasn't been taken care of very well. It's not like run down like like the mansion y'all saw before, but this place, it just doesn't have that. Like, it's kind of like outside. It's like, it looks like it's kind of being overgrown, but they've been trying to maintain it. That's what's going on inside. It's just, you can tell that it's been hard times, I guess. It kind of looks like they've been trying, but they're also being unsuccessful in keeping it as pristine as it once was. And is the door open for you guys? Can you see inside, or?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. Is it got the dynamic lighting and everything? Everything looks correct there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And so he says, "Follow me. I'll take you guys to the dining room." And so he just keeps walking past, the staircase and everything. Nothing much going on. There is a staircase that goes to the right and goes upstairs. And there's some doors to the left, but he's just going to keep on guiding you guys this way. And then right when he gets here, a girl steps out of the door to the right, a young woman, and looks nothing like Ismark at all. In fact, she has very red hair, a complexion that would match, some light freckles and things. But also a very strong, you can tell already, a very strong personality. She just kind of gives off that like
red hair, huh?
Mm-hmm. Bright red.
I've got red hair.
It's your sister.
Is she half elf too?
No, just regular human. But yeah, but you can tell she's very confident. Beautiful, but also you can tell she's like been training. Like she's trained her whole life in different things because she's not like your typical noble woman who's just like got nothing on her. She's put in some work. You don't know if it's training or what, but she has some muscular tone and different things. Ismark turns and says, "Hey, this is my sister, and her name is
Lies.
Irina." What's up?
I said lies.
Did you say that out
You
loud?
said she looks nothing like her. No.
Okay.
What I'm saying out loud, because I haven't even looked over at them yet, I'm looking at the place like...
Like you're not happy about it?
And I'm going to be like walking, and as I'm coming a little, a little closer, I'm like, what did you guys fire your entire staff here? And then he starts to say that, like, hey, this is my, and then I'm like, oh.
Did you fire his whole staff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I say that before
right.
He's saying, it's what I wanted to do.
No, you're good. So he finishes introducing her. Now, when she comes out, she hears your comment and she looks at you like kind of with some sad eyes or whatever. And then, of course, when he says her name, my sister, this is my sister Irina, she looks away from you and kind of, nods to everybody. And you can tell she's kind of cautious. Like, she doesn't know why you're here, obviously. She has never met you and wasn't expecting you. So she's, just kind of waiting, I guess, on the reason why.
Okay. Who was the one? That's the one we were supposed to protect, right?
Yeah, he did say that he wanted you to protect his sister.
Okay.
And so Ismark kind of turns to you guys like waiting for an introduction. Don't even. What?
Mama told me to sleep. Flashing light at my window.
Okay. Go to bed. There's always an excuse to not go to bed in case you haven't experienced it yet. I'm sure Joseph has. Uriah's excuse is that he just is not happy.
I doesn't sleep, so.
Wait, what happened?
We were talking about kids just never want to go to bed.
Della wants books like teddy bears. So, like, when she's laying down, she's like, book. And so we just hand her a book. She's like...
Hey, if that makes her happy.
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
Battle axe. Here you go. Whatever you want, kid.
Just go to sleep.
Yeah,
dude.
Point.
So waiting for introductions, and I'm going to say... well, you probably already know me, but I'll just give you the honor of introducing myself. I'm Sation Brightwater, traveler extraordinaire, adventurer.
That's funny.
I bow, like waiting for maybe like applause, and nothing happens.
Like you wait, you stall. Yeah.
Yeah. You know the rest.
And Tar kind of steps up next to you, and he's like, "I'm Tar." Dreyfus does like some like ridiculous move, like he turns into like a chipmunk and flies through the air and lands on her shoulder and then nestles up against her, and she thinks it's kind of...
I figured he'd be the one that's like anime leaning up against the wall with his arms crossed and just like...
Here and I.
Yeah, he has his own reasons. So he kind of nestles up against her, and she thinks it's cute.
He knows her!
And then mystifies back into his own form, and then is standing next to them. Now he's kind of up against the wall, like, hey. And he does not say his name. So
I just go, ha! You wasted your move. No.
Yeah, pretty much. And she says, well, it's nice to meet everybody. And she kind of looks to her brother, like, okay. Ismark then explains, well, I've invited them here to help get you out of town. And she kind of drops her head, and she's like, we still haven't buried Father. I'm not leaving. And so he returns with, and he kind of turns to y'all, and he's like, do you think you guys could...
Don't worry, we'll bury your father. It's not like we haven't buried at least 2 other kids and an old lady earlier, so I think we've got this under control.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's kind of like, he's not as fast, he's not like, so he's still processing, and she looks at y'all like, what did he do? What did he just bring to the house?
Oh, it's a long story. They were already dead and kind of ghostly and everything. But don't worry, they're in in peaceful whatever's now.
And this
before he said that, I was just gonna look at him like.
We married like 2 kids and an old lady earlier, and he's like.
Well, and then Ismark's like, I picked the right guys. So he's like, good, you guys are ready. He says, why don't you guys come sit down? And so he invites you guys into the dining room. And is it open for you guys on the next to Sloan?
Next to Sloan, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he welcomes you guys in there to come sit down. And so,
do you have a like a dust broom, like a small dust broom? I'm asking like Ismark.
So Ismark's like,
I mean, your seat's a little dusty.
Ismark's like, yeah, probably somewhere, and he's like, trying to think about it.
Service.
And he tries to interrupt you. He's like, there's no one else here.
So you did fire him.
And so she's been waiting on this. She's been watching you, just kind of like waiting for this to finish. And she says, we had to let our staff go when the attacks came.
Oh, attacks?
Yeah, at night, the house is surrounded by wolves.
That's all you needed to say. I think I'm going to take my leave for the evening. Attacks, wolves, I'm good.
So they're just sitting there stunned, like...
No one's going to stop me? I mean, okay.
Drivers don't care. I think Tar looks at Sloan like, are we staying or are we not? Like, I'm confused.
Well, you kind of signed us up for this. You should have known what we were getting into.
Maybe I'll come back. Why would I be coming back though?
Oh, well, you think about it in the hallway because he's just going to continue. So,
okay.
Oh, I didn't even see him
where are
leave.
the lights?
I was on the other screen.
Oh, I got it right here. I got it. I'm coming back in, and I look at everybody. I thought more people might follow me, so I'll just hang out here.
and so Ismark is, of course, just kind of talking about how dangerous it's been. So Irina interrupts and says, 3 days ago, our father passed away. Probably, they don't have a word for like heart attack, but she calls it stress. She goes, the stress of the attacks killed my father. Now, since he's died, there have been no attacks. So for the last 3 nights, we've been safe, and it's been nice. But we still don't sleep well because we're afraid at any moment they'll come back. And so then Ismark interrupts her and says, Strahd has visited visited her twice, and she turns her neck, and she's got bite marks on her neck. They're little, but they're there, and she stops talking. She just shuts down.
Well, it's no wonder that she's not looking like him anymore. She's turning into a vampire.
So, do you say "from Strahd" out loud, Zeke?
Yeah.
And Ismark's like, I don't know what his intentions are, but I'm sure it's him.
It's biting your sister.
What's her name?
So then he kind of is like, well, I'm never there, but I'm pretty sure it's him.
Is Irina in the room?
Irina?
Yeah, Irina is the sister. She's sitting across from Tar.
She's right there.
I'm gonna turn from Ismark to her and be like, so Strahd's biting you? Like,
so she finally kind of looks up because she's had her head down, and she kind of like, you can see her kind of nodding, but she says when he comes, I hardly remember anything. It's like I'm hallucinating, and then I wake up and I have. It's almost like it was a dream, and in my dream it's Strahd, but I don't. And she just kind of puts her head back down, like I can't explain it.
Trisha.
Thanks. Listen, just out of curiosity, you're not like, I don't know, kind of, and then, none of that, right? I mean, this is an unintentional thing.
And Ismark slams his fist down on the table. He's like, "What are you saying?"
I'm not saying anything. I'm asking her to say something so I don't have to say something.
he's like, processing.
You see what I'm saying?
But she looks straight at you. She lifts her head just long enough to look straight at you and go, "No."
Okay, I mean, that's all you had to say.
I mean, I've heard of dream biters before, but just wanted to make sure that wasn't the case.
So then he again tells Irina. Go ahead.
Okay. No, go ahead.
Well, he turns to Irina and says, "I've offered 50 gold pieces for them to escort you to at least Wallachia, if not to Kresk."
Each.
He shakes his head like.
I think was.
And her eyes were already like, whenever he said 50 gold pieces.
Oh. So what are the conditions of tonight? You're going to go to bed. Are we going to be, in your room? Are we going to be outside of your room?
Real quick.
Do you have any garlic anywhere?
We'll talk about that in a second. So, roll a perception check while I tell you this.
Okay.
They when you say garlic, they're like, yes, we have garlic in a lot of the rooms, and they're like, we have a guest room upstairs that you guys can stay in, and we'll house you for the night and feed you for the night. Now, Joseph, as she's saying this, you smell something. Garlic? No, something like real kind of gross. It's definitely gross, but it's light and almost like a dead rat kind of smell.
Listen, you guys probably need to hire your staff back. I think I don't know if anybody else is getting this whiff, but it's some kind of dead smelling. Ugh.
So Irina starts to cry, and Ismark, just the best he can, bravely says, "We still have our father in his casket in the house until we can get him to the priest."
Oh my goodness.
I can just imagine Joseph's character in real life. Everybody just keeps like turning to him like, dude, you are so disrespectful.
I mean, aww. So, let's get that out of the way. Tar and Dreyfus, I think, said they'd handle that.
So Ismark says, y'all want to go ahead and take the casket tonight, and we can bury him first thing in the morning.
Wait, take it where?
To the church.
We're not just taking him to the cemetery?
Well, no, because the priest has to help bury him and to make sure that he gets...
Why can't the priest just come to the cemetery?
Well, we can't bury him tonight.
Why not?
Well, because we have to have a service.
Why can't we do the service at the cemetery?
You can tell he's very confused because he's like... And then he says, the morning lord has to receive him. We have to send him off in the morning.
All right.
Not the Night Lord's duty.
So we're going to
take... like, Night Lord? Where are you from? Yeah.
So we have to take the casket to the church tonight.
I mean,
and then bury him in the morning.
I mean, it would be nice to get the casket out of the house to the priest. I mean, we can wait till the morning and then bury him in the morning at the same time if you want to.
Oh no, let's get it out of the house. I think Tar, Dreyfus. Y'all were gonna go get it, right?
And Tar like gets up and knocks the chair over as he gets up with his sword, and then he looks down at y'all like, "Are we going?"
I mean, y'all can. I mean, somebody needs to stay with Irina over here. We're worried about her attacks.
You're absolutely right, Sloan. Sloan, you're absolutely right. I'll stay with her, and you go with these guys and get the casket to the church.
Let me get this straight. You want me to carry the casket?
And Ismark
you're a resourceful little fella. I mean,
Ismark's like, would it make you feel better if Irina came with us? It won't take long to get down there.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, if there's wolves out there, that's kind of risky.
Well, it's not nighttime yet, and so you can tell they're not afraid right now. That's why he says we have time to get there and get back.
Okay, that'll work.
Okay, well, I'm sure Father Donovich is going to be happy to see you. And so he gets up and walks over to the door and waits for you guys to exit. And then Irina, of course, gets up as well and starts to move that direction.
Oh, we weren't gonna eat or anything?
Not yet. He promises dinner. He says we'll get dinner when we get back. Sorry, wrong person. He says we'll get dinner when we get back. And so Irina goes ahead and leads you guys to the front door as Ismark shuts the door behind him.
All right, now where's the casket?
Oh yeah, I forgot we didn't pick up the casket. Everybody walked outside.
You guys are leading me in the wrong direction.
Okay.
The Ken says, "Follow your nose."
So it would be back here. So y'all can walk back here, I guess, real quick. Okay. Yeah. All right. Make sure this is cool. All right. So it's like this room is a kitchen, but the body is actually being stored in the corner in a casket. It's not showing on screen because again, this house is being reused. But it's a decent casket. Again, it kind of matches the way the house is. It's probably
smelling in here a little worse.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can smell. It's 3 days dead, dude.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, like it's bad. Like you at this point.
So I walk in the room and I'm like, do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on.
Ismark like slaps
Alright.
slaps you on the back like, you come on, man, we can do it.
I don't do bad smells, okay? I'll tell you the worst is spoiled milk. Alright. So I go to pick up the casket as I've masked myself.
And Tar's here. I just got lazy, didn't move him in. But Tar's like lifts up his side, and the whole thing's like leaning, and the body starts. The body. You can hear the body sliding inside.
Stop! Hang on a minute. Get mine up. Okay.
And then Dreyfus turns, waits for you guys, and then he turns into, and this is his last one, so hopefully nothing bad happens. He turns into like a huge like elephant, and it's like sitting on top of his back.
Wow.
And so y'all don't even have to carry it. Except,
How are you gonna get up the wall?
I give you credit, Dreyfus. That's the best thing you've turned into this entire time.
Yeah, except then he goes to the door and he's like, with the nose, and he disappears again. And
How can he fit through the door?
So he's trying to show off. So you can tell he just covers for it. He just turns to y'all and he goes, "Shut up," and walks out.
Why is that guy even around? Nobody likes him. Is useless.
So then
All right.
Tar picks it up again.
No, stop it, Tar. Think for a minute. Okay. Lift it up. Well, walk it outside.
All right.
No.
Cool. Okay, so we're going to walk through town just so you get a chance to see anything along the way, so that I'm not cheating you guys on that experience. 1 second. It's always difficult to get this thing back. Ignore what you're seeing, if you're seeing anything. Alright, boom. Okay, so we're back in... Hold on, nope, this is still not right. My bad. There, done. Okay, so we're back in Barovia, heading out of the house where we were before. So you can see yourself at the bottom, and where the mansion was. And you could Ismark leads you guys upwards back where you guys came from. So he's going down the street in this direction, and he walks past Mad Mary's house. In fact, let me see if I can drop him in real quick.
Mad Mary. And that is a crazy lady.
Yeah, pretty much.
Zeke, your eyes look like this.
Yeah, he's tired.
Yeah. I'm tired.
Ismark's like waiting for you guys in the street.
Huh?
Ismark's like waiting for you in the street. Like, what are y'all doing? So y'all are carrying it to the street. You hear Mad Mary cry. And you get to this corner, and as you're carrying it past this corner, on top of this house or this building here, this is actually, it says a general goods store. It has a specific name, which I'm trying to remember. Give me a second. It says Bildreth Mercantile. On top of that, you again see a raven with blue-tipped wings, and it caws at you as you continue carrying through the streets.
Whoop.
And so then Ismark leads you guys through the square, which is pretty much straight up still. And he kind of goes through this street here, past some more houses. Now, as you go through this...
Yeah, gum. This thing's getting heavy.
Yeah. Well, as you go through these streets, so a lot of the people that are passing by you, like, they don't even really, like, look at you guys. They don't seem, like, sad that this is a funeral procession, pretty much. They're... It's almost like they're just dead set on what they're doing. It kind of reminds you of the people that were in the inn, like the innkeeper who was, or not the innkeeper, the barkeeper who was washing the glasses. They seem to be doing tasks just almost meaninglessly, like they're just working. There's no smiling. It's almost like they seem almost like dead to you, you know, like they're just not doing anything. Yeah. So anyway, you keep walking.
As that crow went, I went at the crow,
and it like twitched its head, and then Dreyfus did it, and it was like, and fluttered its wings. All right.
But the funny thing is that I can talk to animals. Yeah. I just went, caw!
Which is why I was confused.
The way I imagine it is I went, caw, caw, and it twitches his head at me, and then I nudge Dreyfus like, see? I got him to respond. And then he goes, caw, caw, and it's like, and then he nudges me, and I'm like, shut up.
Yeah. So Ismark takes you guys to the church, and it's in the north west side of town. It kind of sits on a hill, and you can see on the sides coming around it. There's a fence that goes around it, and you can kind of see a few gravestones on the right and a few gravestones on the left. So you assume the graveyard is back behind the church. Okay, so he knocks on the door, and it's like a loud boom, 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 and nobody really answers. So he goes. He's like, Father's just probably busy. Let's go ahead and go inside. And he pushes the door open, and we're going to switch to the church. Place you guys after I place Ismark. Sweet. One second. Okay, boom. Boom.
What the heck was that?
That was Amanda sneezing.
Oh, for a second it sounded like a monster. I was like, "Are we about to die?"
No, she's all the way in the bedroom too. Something been in the air though. All right. Okay. Yeah. So Ismark walks you guys up to this front door here, and then he walks you guys in, and you should be able to see inside. Can y'all see inside? I always have a hard time. Yeah. Cool. So he walks you guys in. And
all right, do we still have the casket?
Yeah.
Are we still carrying it at the moment?
And I forgot to mention, above the church, you could see the castle Ravenloft standing up on top of the mountain behind it. And you can tell that this church has just kind of like lived under that, and that it's just run down, and it almost seems like it's because of the vision of Castle Ravenloft and the church. It almost looks like it's being like it's sitting as a weight on top of the church. And so then when you push the heavy doors open, you can actually see claw marks, if you look real closely, that are weathered into the door. You can even tell there's some like scarring by fire on the door. And then now you kind of hear the prayer of the priest, and he's down at the end at the altar. And he's just on his knees, almost kind of sobbing. But then he stands up and he wipes his eyes. And he's kind of like, kind of like, he's trying to get up off the ground. It hurts, you can tell. And then he sees Ismark, and he says, "Oh, Ismark, it's so good to see you, son." And when he turns, his eyes are real baggy, and he looks exhausted.
I got a bad feeling about the people of this town.
So then, Zeke disappeared.
Yeah, he disappeared a minute ago.
Oh man, I didn't even know.
So I may have to wait for him for a second.
Yeah.
I'm such an idiot, dude. I'm sorry. I'm editing this video at the same time over here.
Yeah.
I found one of those ninja mystery boxes.
Yeah, and you did an unboxing?
At Dirt Cheap. Yeah, I did an unboxing of that.
Yeah.
And I'm acting like his #1 fan, you know, and I got the box at Dirt Cheap for $2.50 because somebody, I guess, had stolen the thing out of the front.
Mm.
And so the box was kind of jacked up, but most of the stuff was still in there. I cannot believe he was getting away with selling these mystery boxes for like $50. The junk that is in there is so terrible. It is like, it's like quarter machine quality stuff. It is some trash.
I'm not surprised.
But anyway.
At all.
Me neither.
And so as you guys continue to go, you're passing by some doors on your right and your left. And then this is kind of like a hallway, and it's 10 foot wide across, and then 20 foot down towards the chapel, which is actually brightly lit. Lots of candles in the room. The hallway, though, is unlit, and it smells like mildew. Of course, it's hard to smell that over the smell of the body, but it's added to the room. You can see that the chapel is also strewn with debris. Like you can see, like the chairs have been broken, and the pews are all trashed. As you guys start to move down the hall to bring the casket further in, you hear a scream, and it seems to be coming from under the floor.
Hear a scream?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else hear that?
Tar actually tries to open up the casket, like to see, but Father Donovich says, "Ignore that," and
ignore that. No. Somebody just screamed, okay? And if there's screaming going on, I, Sation Brightwater, will make sure that I can be as far away from that as possible.
And he says, "Well, you're welcome to leave the casket here, and then I'll see you guys in the morning."
Okay. That's my guy, dude. He's just like, nope.
Dreyfus lingers, and he's looking at the priest. You know, you could tell he's like trying to like contemplate like how bad does he want this to be, you know? Tar is still like as he's setting down the casket, he's still like looking at it like, and then
he kicks it.
Yeah. And then you guys hear the scream again.
And when it happens this time, I go, oh, no. I just walk out the door.
And Ismark turns to Father Donovich and says, "I'm sorry it's been so hard. Everything's been hard on us lately." And says, "We'll be back in the morning to bury him." And you can tell he kind of looks down at the floorboards and then nods one more time at Father Donovich, and then starts to head out. What do you do?
I'm just waiting for y'all. I'm not even going back in that church. Scream? Oh, ignore that. Yeah, that's real normal. I'm gonna be outside. Hey guys, I think we need to go.
Dreyfus is still doing that, like he's kind of looking at the floorboard and he's tapping it, And Zeke, since you're still in the hallway, you hear kind of like a almost like a hollow sound. He's like tapping, and he looks back at the priest, and then he slowly turns and looks at you like. I can't hear you. What are you saying?
Oh, you're quiet.
Yeah,
Are you muted?
It's like you're not muted on here, but it's like there's nothing coming out. Nuh-uh. No. Nope. It's muted now. Nope. Nothing. You might try going to settings, make sure that it didn't try to switch mics or turn off the mic or something. I don't know. I don't know how long it's been like that, so. It's always Discord. Nope.
He gone.
Probably restarted it. Hello?
Picture.
Yep.
Okay. Stupid stuff. I'm just saying, like, while he's kind of tapping on the floor, I'm just kind of kneel down, not put my ear to the floor yet, but kind of like just get a little closer.
Yeah.
Just kind of see what the
So you can tell that the scream is coming from some hollow floor underneath the church.
Does the priest react at all when we do that?
You can tell his eyes are just kind of like going back and forth, like looking at you guys, and then Ismark kind of makes the comment of like, "Come on, guys, we need to get back."
Sure, you want to leave your dead dad here? There's people screaming under the floors.
Tar starts to tap the ground with his sword, like he's like, I have no dead people chasing me tonight, you know. And he's like, I hate these dead things everywhere. You can tell he's real mad about it because he still is like super frustrated the last time he ran into dead people. So he's like, even then he puts his sword up and he's like, I'm not doing this again. So then Dreyfus steps up to Donovich and says, "What's going on here?" And Donovich says, "Well, I have someone who just needs he needs intervention, and we're keeping him here until we can find a way to cure him."
So it's a male scream.
Yes, it is.
Ah.
He's on his own. We'll see you in the morning.
Dreyfus looks at y'all like, "It's a consensus," and he walks off. Like, okay. Tar though is like checking every door, like, y'all come out at me, I'm gonna kill you. So that's it. Everybody walks out. All right. So everybody good? We're gonna switch maps.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm freaking done with that place. I got done with that place as the first screen. I was like, nope. You creepy, baggy-eyed old geezer. Nah, I'm good.
All right, so we're gonna skip straight.
Once you said it was
I've seen this movie.
Once you said it was a male scream.
Yeah. So we're gonna.
Well, he's on his own.
So we're gonna skip straight back to the house.
Zeke was just looking for the damsel in distress.
Now, when you guys get back to the house, the sun is starting to set, and you can tell Ismark's hurrying you guys along the way, trying to get you back to the house. So,
okay.
So here y'all are. And Ismark welcomes you guys in as usual. Of course, Irina's been there the whole time, but I didn't want to like drop everybody in.
Right.
So, and so he says, "Let's eat." And so Irina actually walks past you guys to go back towards the kitchen. And Ismark welcomes. Ismark walks you to the door to the dining room, welcomes you guys in.
I'm already sitting at the table.
Nice.
I look in the room like, the heck? How'd you do that?
I shouldn't see me walk off from the group.
But after he welcomes you guys in, he does say, "Hey, I'm going to go help with the food, and I'll help bring it back." But he says, "You guys feel free to relax," and so he walks off as well.
All right.
I'm
gonna kick my feet up on the table.
Okay.
Because I'm rude like that.
And by the way, you can hear because the walls are kind of thin. You can tell that, like, you can hear behind this wall here, where you can kind of hear some kitchen pots and being moved around and some chopping going on through that wall.
I kind of sneak down the hallway just a little bit.
Okay.
If I hear any talking from them.
So I mean, mostly you just hear pots, pans being moved around, some cutting. You hear someone trying to make a fire. You can hear like the wood being thrown, and then some crackling. So, but they're not talking to each other right now.
Come back in, but I'm gonna stand close to that side of that wall for now.
Fun. What'd you see?
Nothing right now. I was trying to see if I heard them talking, but it seems like they're just really actually getting food together, starting to make a fire, stuff for the kitchen. So
I'm pulling off the lyre from my back. Ding, 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 ding.
Do your performance check.
Okay. It's a good thing nobody's here in case I make a bad roll. Not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm tuning, I'm fiddling,
yeah.
Just...
And everybody's just kind of more relaxed in general. About 30 minutes pass, and then you hear the door from here kind of make a sound, and then it opens, and Irina walks through with food, and you can see Ismark behind her. And she comes and puts it all on the food, and then Ismark helps, and then sits down and says, "Let's eat, guys. Everybody welcome to the table." And it says, this is all we have right now, and it's not a great meal. It's pretty meager. It's not like fresh cut veal or anything, but you've got some salted meats that they've probably stored for a little bit, and a few fresh vegetables, a few that you can tell have been trimmed off a little bit because of probably it was a little old, but they've been trimmed up, and it's still better than what you've experienced over the last few days. So it smells good.
There we go.
And so then Ismark, go ahead.
Chow down over here.
So Ismark says, "What brings you guys out here?"
A lot of weird stuff like death and ghost kids, stuff like. I mean, it's weird. I don't know what's going on around here.
And he's like,
"How about you guys? What do you do here?"
So Ismark's like, "Well, my father was the burgomaster, which is like a mayor in this world,
I was about to say, what the heck is that?
Yeah, it's a mayor, and you would know that. Pretty common term.
So, I'm a man of the world.
Yeah. So he says it's a my father was the burgomaster. He says, and then he kind of stops and thinks about it. And he goes, I guess I am now. And
hey, congratulations.
he kind of like goes, thanks, like he said, I really never wanted the position. And Irina just kind of looks at you like, like,
I mean, under the circumstances, it is what it is. But I mean, that's a big responsibility. Are you feeling pretty good about it?
And he's just like, honestly, things have been. And Irina pushes a pitcher. It's just got water in it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So he continues. So after that, he continues. He's like, honestly, things just not been good around here. There's not much to really manage. There's not a lot of.
Excuse me.
Dreyfus slaps you. Dreyfus slaps you real hard on the back.
Oh. You think I meant to do that?
He's like,
what were you saying? I'm sorry. I love playing this. It's too fun.
And Ismark's like, I don't even remember.
No. I was saying, were you prepared? Were you feeling up to this job?
Right. It wasn't something I really wanted. It's a tough job trying to lead this town. I really wanted to get out of here, but not yet, I guess.
Now, why would you want to leave?
He looks at you kind of like, have you? And then he says, "Have you seen this place?" He's like, "It's just depressing."
It's pretty depressing.
Yeah. He says, "Under Strahd, man, we've tried to convince him to come down and to help us to figure out what we can do to turn things around, but the people are so they've just given up."
That's pretty sad.
And so,
do you have any like a napkin or anything?
And he's like, nothing really.
Oh, that's all right. I just wiped my face on Dreyfus' sleeve.
He like, under his breath, you could tell he's like trying to figure out what he's going to do about it.
So Irene.
It's Irina.
Irina. Have you met Strahd before?
I mean, everybody's had glimpses, but one day I saw him from afar, and then that next day is when the attacks started. And since then, I've only seen him in my dreams. He calls to me, and he calls me his beloved. But he calls me by a different name. I don't quite remember it. But sometimes he calls me a different name, and it's just very strange. Again, she just kind of like, she's just trying to shake it out. Like it's fuzzy.
That's okay. Take your time. Is it like a sweetheart name, or like a name like maybe a name that of someone that he used to love, or
and she's just like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't recognize the name. And you can tell she's just really searching. She's trying to figure it out. She's trying to remember it. She just keeps like looking down, like trying to process.
So is there any kind of local shows going on soon, or any kind of
so Ismark's like, I wish we don't have any entertainment in the town.
I don't know if you realized what you just said and who you're talking to,
Oh, and
but you have entertainment in this town.
and he interrupts you halfway through as you finish your sentence, and he's like, "Oh, I remember you. You are great." And
Listen, from the mouth of babes, yes. I mean,
but he's like, honestly, I don't even know if people would go to watch entertainment in this town. It's
see.
just so bad.
We'll see. Maybe we can uplift some spirits sometime. But what time do you think we'll be heading over to the church in the morning to start this burial?
I'm ready to go at first light.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Sloan, what do you think about a watch for tonight? Who's going to take first watch, second watch, third watch, fourth watch?
And
over Irene's room.
Dreyfus says, I think you just nominated yourself.
To do one of the watches?
First,
yes.
First watch.
I'll take first watch because that means I stay up just a little while after this, and then I go to bed and get the rest of the night's sleep.
He said, that sounds good.
I'd always take
I'll take first watch.
He's like, it sounds good. He says, I'll take.
All right, who's got second?
He says, I'll take last.
Who?
Dreyfus.
Okay.
And
Tar, what do you got?
Tar's counting.
Okay, so if Sloan's calling second, you're going to go third there, Tar.
Again, you could just tell
Hey, take three, my lord.
yeah, he's trying to figure out like how far in the night would that be,
What's his intelligence at?
That's a good question. That's the way I'm playing this character.
That's just the way we're playing.
Yeah.
I mean, because we didn't have a character, but
Well, because he's not around to correct me, so
he can't defend him.
yeah. Let's see. I think it's low, but I don't remember. It's 12. It's not terrible.
Okay, yeah.
So everybody kind of finishes up eating, and Ismark says, "Would you guys like to see your rooms?"
So we're going to the rooms now?
If you'd like, he says.
Oh, okay. All right, and I'll go over to Irene's room,
Okay.
and I know it's Irina,
Yeah.
but I keep saying Irene.
That's all good.
And I'll start the first watch.
She kind of grimaces every time. And I said it was upstairs, but y'all's room is actually downstairs, and her room is upstairs. But he'll take you to your room, and then Irina can show you her room. So, all right. So he leads you, everybody who wants to go to bed, down this hall here, and he points at the door here, and then opens it up if it's not already.
Oh, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get Mal.
Okay.
Before I go in there, I'm gonna take one of the glasses that we I'm gonna do a sleight of hand.
Okay.
It really matters if anybody knows, but
yeah. As Irina's like putting her plate down and kind of moving some stuff aside, gone.
I'm gonna take that because later on, once everybody kind of goes to bed and they're still up, like when Joseph then go upstairs, I'm gonna put the glass by the front door so that way if anybody opens it, it'll knock it over.
Sure. Yeah.
Give me a heads up.
Yeah. Okay. And then Dreyfus is going to go into the room. I'm going to get Tar in there too. If I can find him there. And they'll call first beds.
What?
I said they're going to go first bed. You can tell Dreyfus is like, I'm picking first. And Tar's like, oh, like Jason, like I can't be last.
We'll go to this one in this first corner.
Cool. So as you sit on that bed, Zeke, and then I can tell you this because Joseph doesn't have to be here to explain this. As you sit on the bed, something catches your eye really quickly, and I'm just going to kind of tell you what you see, and then if you want to like keep it covert and then like investigate it later, you can, or if you want to do that now, I'm just letting you know, like you just kind of noticed something. So this is like a servant's quarters. You can tell it used to be, and like right where the bed meets the wall, you see kind of like half of a drawing. And it looks like almost like an arm sticking out, but it's kind of like, hard to tell, but it looks like an arm and maybe like a leg. And it's just like halfway, like the bedpost is here and then the wall, and you can tell half of it sticking out. And so
on my bed?
Yeah, it's like between, like there's the nightstand and then there's the bedpost, and that little space in between you can see half a drawing on the wall. And then you can do that with that as you want.
I was gonna kind of keep it covert, just kind of like reach and like move and like sit something there and grab it.
Sure. And so you do.
That way they don't see me do it.
Yeah. So you slip it out and kind of roll it up, and then you can tell me whenever you open it up to look at it.
The other guy are like.
Go ahead.
Since the other guys are kind of like all in bed already, I'm gonna kind of like lay on my side and face the wall where they can't kind of see it and kind of just take a peek at it.
Sure. So the person, there's a person, like it's almost like it's a child's drawing for sure, but there's a person on there, and there's a bald-headed man, and he's scowling. His left arm is twisted, and it has like all these like demonic looking like almost like thorns or something coming off this arm. It's bigger than the other, and it's twisted and got all these thorns. It's really ugly looking, almost like claw-like at the bottom. It's got like scaly looking skin on it. And so yeah, it's a bald-headed monster looking man with the left arm. And also there's a drawing of a red-headed girl next to it. So cool.
What were y'all just talking about?
So they went to that room to go to sleep as you were going to go upstairs and follow Irina, and he saw something, and so I was explaining what he saw. But you don't know.
Yeah.
So Irina walks out into the hall and says, "My bedroom's upstairs," and so she kind of walks this way. And then, Joseph, I'm going to magically portal you over to the other side in just a second. If you want to scroll straight up, that's where we'll be.
Look at that. Would you look at that? Just look at it.
So there's some railing, of course, as you guys came around that right side. So she's going to lead you to her room.
No need to worry, Irina. I'll keep a close eye on your room. If you do hear anything or see anything weird, don't hesitate to call me, okay?
She's like, okay. And she goes, don't try to come in.
Listen, I'm going to have to come in if you are hollering at me to come in. I mean, that's a little confusing.
And
right?
So
if you yell help, you want me to come in, right?
Yeah, if I get a chance. But she looks you down like you're not coming in this room though.
Let's see, because I'm trying to think of how to react to her.
Like you can tell, like by her sizing you up, she both thinks that first of all, there's not much you could do if Strahd showed up, and second of all, she's also going, I don't trust you to come in my room.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Listen, you don't have to worry about me. I'm a perfect gentleman, just like a perfect scholar, adventurer, mountaineer, entertainer.
At entertainer, she
Did I
goes.
say scholar? Oh, you haven't even heard me play. You want to hear me play?
She goes. I'm
I
going.
mean, you don't have to go to sleep.
She said, "I'm going to bed, but you can play out here in the hall." And she opens. She
Would
opens
you
the door.
like me to serenade your sleep?
She,
As you
she
from
opens
outside?
it, and as you're finishing, she just slowly shuts the door.
Okay, if you want, okay.
Then she goes to bed, or you assume.
Oh, all right. So let's take a look around here. Is this a door to my right?
It is.
Okay. And there's a door here, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay, another door up here.
Yep.
So none of these windows. Okay.
Nope.
Does she have a window in her room?
No, and y'all didn't really ask her or talk to her about it, so they didn't say anything about her room. You don't know much about it.
Okay. I'm gonna knock.
You can hear her going, ugh, and get up at. You can hear the creaking of the bed.
Excuse me, Irene.
And she cracks it open just barely and says, "What?"
Listen, Irene, sorry to bother you. I know that it's getting late and you're trying to get to sleep. Do you have any way into your room other than this door that I'm at?
She goes, "No, that's why I'm in the inside room." And then she shuts the door.
Okay. That's a good idea.
And you hear the creaking of the bed.
All right.
Has Ismark gone to sleep yet?
No, Ismark is still with you guys. Just make sure you have everything you need.
So I can see all the way down the hall, so I'm good here if I stand right here.
And you can tell
Because
there's
then
windows here, here, here,
Yep.
everywhere those squiggly marks
Right.
are. And they're all boarded up.
Yes. Okay. So I'm kind of like, all right, I'm feeling pretty safe right about now. I'm not even worried about her. I'm just like, I'm feeling pretty good.
All right, so is everybody good?
Sloan sounded like he was thinking something over here. Like
Waiting
maybe
on
he's about to
Ismark to
do some investigating.
I was just waiting on Ismark to drip off, so that way I can do what I told you I was going to do.
So
I'm the guy that's just moving the story along, and Zeke is the detective because he keeps sneaking around trying to figure everything out.
yeah. So
And
Ismark
he'll know way before I will.
just kind of leaves with like a, if you need anything, let me know. And then he walks off down the hall. And then Joseph, you hear somebody coming up the stairs.
I hear somebody coming, so I pull out the. What did I have? A light crossbow?
I don't remember.
Here, I'm gonna look real quick.
And they just
Yeah, I got a light crossbow,
Okay.
so I'm gonna actually hold it like, not pointed, but like, just like ready to.
yeah. And he comes around the corner. He's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!"
Who is it?
Ismark.
Oh, okay. Because I can't see him from my angle right here.
Yeah.
I just see like the bottom of it.
Right. He's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, man!"
Hey, okay. Hey, you better get to your room and get a little sleep.
He's like, "I really appreciate it, man. If you need anything tonight, just let me know." And he walks past you.
I don't need anything tonight, but don't forget, 50 gold pieces.
And he's like, I have not forgotten. And then he walks into this room and shuts the door.
As he did that, so when I heard him go upstairs, of course I snuck over to the front door and I put that glass
Mm-hmm.
kind of almost like wedged where like if anybody opened the door, it would knock it over.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna go back to my room.
Okay. Now, Zeke, when you get back, Tar and Dreyfus are fast asleep. Like, they're gone. And then you start to feel really heavy sleep. And then you fall asleep.
Oh, snap.
All right. Now, Joseph, as you're up there, for your 2-hour shift, as the night gets really dark and the moon is out, It's really foggy outside, but you kind of see some cracks of light between the windows boarded up. And it's almost mesmerizing. You're just kind of staring at the light, twinkling, the dust on the air. And then your eyes get heavy.
Oh, man.
And you fall asleep.
I can't do any checks or anything? No, wait a minute, wait. My guy's actually immune to sleep spells.
It's not a sleep spell.
You're a sleep spell. Dang it.
There's nothing you can do about this one.
I'm just... I don't want to...
It just overpowers you.
Cheeseburger.
Yep. Now, as soon as the first light comes in and it hits your eyes, you pop up. And Zeke, around
no. Is it morning?
Around the same time, you guys downstairs awaken and are a little shocked that it's daylight outside.
Kind of just like pop up like, I remember taking second watch.
Yeah, and
did either one of y'all guys get up?
And real quick, y'all feel really groggy.
Huh?
You feel really kind of groggy, but you slept so good. Okay. And when you knock on the door, she's like, hold on. So you hear Irina inside, and she opens up the door and is like, what's the problem?
I'm kind of like groggily leaning on the wall, knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
And then Ismark comes out.
Are you all right?
And she goes, yeah. She goes, I slept really well. I didn't have any dreams tonight.
Nothing weird.
Nothing. And Ismark's like, is everything okay? And he comes over.
Oh yeah, everything's great.
He's
Just checking. It was quiet the whole night, so I was just checking on things.
Whenever he started banging on the door, since it kind of woke me up, I went down the hallway to check on my little glass.
Yeah, and it's still intact.
Place and everything.
Mm-hmm. Irene, do you mind if I step in here and just look around for a minute? Are you decent that I can?
Yeah, and Dreyfus, real quick, runs. You can hear him running upstairs, real light-footed, and he's coming around the corner when Joseph's asking this. And she says, "Fine," and she steps past you and out into the hall.
Okay.
That's the wrong room, though.
So
the glass.
Oh, I thought it was to the right, or I'm sorry, the left.
Yeah,
so it's this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a check.
I'm gonna put the glass back in the dining room.
I got a 20 on that roll. So I'm trying to see if there's any kind of weird indication that something has been changed in this room.
Right. So, I mean, nothing.
Nasty roll there.
So you don't see any abnormal things. There's garlic all around, of course. They've got, different what looks like religious elements all over the house or the room. But there's no it doesn't look like there's a trap door. I mean, you don't see anything strange about the room. It just looks like a bedroom.
Okay. I'm going to run back out and look at her and say, can I see your neck?
She's like, excuse me?
Just please.
And so Dreyfus comes to see what's going on, and she shows it. And there's still two, just almost like wounds. It even looks a little better than yesterday, though.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll leave you to your morning. I'm gonna go downstairs and talk with my crew.
She says, okay. And Ismark's like, I'm going to get everything ready so we can go down to the church.
All right. Okay, Dreyfus.
And he follows you.
Oh, wait. It's this way.
I was like, what? All right. And I'm going to take you down. All right, you're there.
Zip, zibbidi-bip, bibbidi-bibbidi-bip.
And you can, Tar, by the way, Zeke has gotten up and is like, "What happened? Did you take a watch last night?"
Also, I know he never woke
I
me
walk
up
in.
for second watch.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
I was just gonna say I walk in and I whack Tar on the arm and was like, "What the heck were you guys?"
Tar's like, "I just was overwhelmed and just fell asleep." And he's like leaning on his sword.
I'm not gonna lie. I fell asleep good, and it was such a good night's sleep.
And Tar's stomach rumbles, and it makes you realize you're really, really hungry.
I just
Before we
realized
do that,
from
though-
your stomach rumbling, I'm really, really hungry.
Go ahead.
I am gonna go ahead and tell them though of what the drawing I found or whatever.
Okay.
Like, hey guys, before that crazy night of sleep we had, whenever I was laying down last night, I ended up finding this drawing in between the bedpost here and the wall, and then I can pass it around, of course, and show it. Eli, if you want to describe it again for Joseph.
Yeah. So pretty much.
There's no way you can show a picture.
Oh, we don't have. It's not actually drawn. Yeah, it's a picture of a redheaded young girl next to a man who's bald. He's in his left arm is bigger than the other. It's kind of scaly and dark, demonic looking. It's got like almost like horns or whatever coming out, and then like kind of like claw-like fingers, and it's twisted funny. It's just a really ugly looking. So yeah, girl with red head next to the bald-headed left.
Where did you find this?
His is it his left arm? You said
left arm is twisted
the one
and demonic. Yeah.
I found it in between the bedpost and the wall right here.
Your bedpost?
Yeah, the one that was right here in this corner.
Who's the redhead? Isn't Irina? Isn't she a redhead?
Redhead, yeah.
Can we tell if that's Irina?
It's drawn by a child, so it's hard to tell how accurate anything is.
That makes a little more sense. Okay.
But yeah, I was like, I don't know exactly if this is, anything of what's going on, but I just at least wanted y'all to be aware of what I found. And since it was a redhead,
yeah. Do you think it's Irina?
I mean, it could be, but like I said, there's no real way to tell since obviously it was a kid that drew it. But I would say let's
ask another question. Do you remember anything weird before you fell asleep last night?
Just that I got suddenly really, really tired.
Yeah, I did. It was almost like I could not fight it whatsoever. Like it's like I noticed some beautiful glowing light through the window, and I just was like, "Ooh!" and then gone.
I didn't see any lights.
Irina seems to be okay, though. I suppose we should go check on her.
And y'all hear the sound of footsteps coming down the stairs, and in the hallway you see Ismark and Irina coming. And Ismark says, "Are you guys ready to go?"
Yeah. Right, guys? Right, gang?
Tar's stomach grumbles again, and he goes, "I really want another meat pie." And when he says that, you guys all are like, "Man,
that sounds like a good idea."
Yeah.
But hey, Ismark, y'all know where that granny that sells pies lives at?
and he's like, "Yeah, I've seen her around."
Have you had one of her pies? Oh my goodness.
He's like, "No, I can't say I have." And he turns to Irina, and she's like, "Mm-mm." But then he's like, "Honestly, we don't get out much into town. It's kind of dangerous." So,
well, let's go ahead and make our way to the church. And if we see that little old lady with the pies. We were making a pit stop.
He's like,
Pit stop. Nobody knows what that is.
He's like, okay, and then keeps going. Okay, so now I'm going to do this next part without switching the map to the village, but we're going to talk as we walk through the village, and then I'm going to go ahead and load up the church just so I don't have to go back and forth.
And I may have to jump off here pretty soon,
oh yeah,
unfortunately.
as soon as we arrive to the church, we'll be done. That was my plan. Yeah, I just wanted to have that conversation on the way. Okay, so as you guys are walking through the streets of Barovia, again, people are kind of up, but doing the same thing as before. They're just really not happy people. They're not like, they're just kind of doing their tasks, and everybody's kind of solemn. Now, as you are walking past Sloan, one of the buildings. Actually, will you both do a perception check for me?
Dang.
I'm going to do a perception check for Dreyfus and what's his name too?
Perception? Oh, man.
Yeah, that's not good.
I didn't notice anything.
Okay, so Zeke, you hear a sound... and almost like a flash of something moving down the alley as y'all are passing the first alley. Like it's like the first building. You look down and you see something flash. You hear a noise. And of course, Ismark keeps walking and talking. So, depending on what you want to do with that. And then, as y'all are going and y'all head to the square, you look down another street and you can see the granny down the street with her cart, and she knocks on the door. So y'all could choose to chase those two leads however you want, or head to the church.
I'm going to Granny.
Okay.
On our way over to Granny, though, I'm gonna tell Joseph, I'm like, hey man, like, I don't know if you saw that, but I think either somebody or something was down that alley. They kind of like, ran by quickly, but it's the second day. Yesterday, I swear I saw that old man staring at me from an alley. Then I thought I saw somebody again, so I was kind of keep my eyes open. The drunk guy from the bar.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. He's probably out of his mind. Huh?
He was creeping yesterday from an alley, and then again, I swear I saw something down the alley again. I don't know if it was him, but like I said, we might want to just kind of keep our eyes open around here.
Yeah, you're darn tootin'. Okay, well that's weird. Did not know that.
And great.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I said yesterday I thought it was a fluke, but since I saw something again, like now it's starting to worry me a little bit.
Okay.
And then Granny sees you guys walking up and goes, "Hey!" And she goes, "Sation,
Granny!
right? Sation." She's like, "Sation, how are you?"
Hey, you remembered. That's good. Old minds start to forget things after a while, but it looks like you're still pretty sharp there.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get another one of those meat pies?
Oh, yeah. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, my goodness. Did we not enjoy it, guys? Best pie ever.
My own meat pie today.
That's what everybody says. Now, this time in the cart, though, you notice there's a bunch of pies again. But there's a little boy in the cart, and he's just kind of sitting like up against.
What?
He's sitting up against like the side wall or whatever. And so she goes around to get a meat pie, and she goes, "Just one copper piece is all."
Oh, okay. Well, hey guys, this one's mine. I'm gonna buy this one myself.
Yeah, I'm buying one also.
Okay, so she gives out a copper, one meat pie for every copper piece. So
I gotta find my copper pieces here.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so now I'm down to 4 copper pieces.
And she goes, "You young man, She goes, you just brighten up my day.
You forgot handsome.
Oh, sation.
Hey, you know what? Thanks, Granny. Best pies ever. I will even. I mean, you're going in my next book. These pies are so good.
She's like, oh.
And don't you quit. Don't you die on me. All right. You keep making these pies.
She's like, I'll always be here.
All right. Thanks.
And she picks up her cart and she goes, I'll maybe see y'all tomorrow.
Same time.
She goes, okay. And she goes and carts off to her further clients.
Well, if she's dead, we won't see her, but we'll just see what happens.
So y'all eat the pie on the way? Y'all gonna store it?
Yeah, I'm eating it on the way. Okay. I'm hungry.
Yeah,
It's so good, and it seems to kind of revitalize you out of your stupor.
This is getting real bad. I'm telling you right now. Everything's way too good. Like the best night of sleep you ever had. The sweet little old lady. The granny or the meat pies that are amazing.
So so then she disappears, and Ismark takes you to the church, and you guys go ahead and go in, and Donovich is waiting for you. And again, you hear the scream from under the floor, and that's where we're gonna leave it.
Dadgum, crazy.